hey guys, I need you to do me a favor. Help me fight the algorithm. Go ahead and hit like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon for new notifications. Thank you. So now we gotta do this week's books. So we got more comic books to go over, then we'll debunk some chuds. So what I picked up for this week, and spoilers if you already saw, but we picked up Superior Spider-Man number 3, Dan Slott. Interested to see his writing because I haven't ever read a Dan Slott book before. I saw there was some chud reaction to this book, so I thought I'd go ahead and pick it up because it's number 1. It's usually easy to jump in. Jackpot number 1. We're gonna check this out, and then like I brought up the Wonder Woman book, so they had this version of Wonder Woman number 1 at the comic book shop and it's a foil cover, so it's gonna be a bitch to actually get it looking nice. But like this is an $8 book, so this is the fancy version. There's regular versions of it there, but like I was just like, I'm loving this series so much, I'm getting the fancy version. So yes, we'll go over those books right now. Now I did end up doing 2 Marvel books and then a DC, and I usually like to do a Marvel, a DC, and then just something else, IDW, Image, Independent, anything else. And I decided, fuck it, and I'll just do 2 Marvels this week, and I kind of regret that. I'll be honest, I kind of do. So I'll definitely get some more comic books, more independent comic books flowing in. And I actually have a fun idea for next week, but we will go over it once I figure out the details. But anyways, the first book for this new session, Jackpot. So I don't know that much about Jackpot, except the chuds were apparently getting upset about it. I do not read Marvel, too confusing. I do not connect with any Marvel heroes, honestly. If you don't connect, that's one thing, but like, it's not that confusing. You can kind of dive in, although we'll get to it because we're going over Jackpot right now, and I have issues with this book. We'll get to it because I know there was kind of a chud reaction. Jackpot is essentially Mary Jane Watson as a superhero. There was the One More Day storyline. Mary Jane Watson and Peter Parker are not together anymore. And yeah, so now the fact that Mary Jane Watson is popular enough to not only be a presence in the comic books, but eventually get her own series even after she's no longer with Peter Parker, says a lot about her character. That's pretty cool. So, like I said, there's kind of a chud reaction, so I was like, okay, I want to check this out. What's up with this? Because I'm not going to lie, there's a chud reaction to that Wonder Woman book, and that Wonder Woman book was so goddamn good. So I was like, okay, this one's getting a chud reaction. Let's see what this one's like. So, Jackpot number 1. Anyways, Mary Jane Watson had a lot of jobs. Model, actress, entrepreneur, executive. Her new job, superhero. Her gauntlet, powered by supernatural language of symbols, generates an infinite number of powers for her use, ranging from the awesome to the useless to the deadly. With a simple spin, Mary Jane becomes Jackpot. That is ambiguous as fuck powers. I'm just gonna say it. Anyways, with the recent loss of their children, Mary Jane and her partner, an engineer of her gauntlet, Paul, have been working through the unfathomable grief. At the urging of her friend Black Cat, MJ has begun to cope by helping the community with her new powers. The training wheels are about to come off. A gang war is brewing. It may be too much for Spider-Man and his squad to handle on their own. Luckily, Team Spidey just hit the jackpot. That was a little cringy. This was a little cringy. Anyways, Celeste Bonfman? Oh, god damn it, these names. As the writer, Joey Vasquez with Eric Gapster are the artists, and Edgar Delgado and Eric Archiling are the colorist. Good fun. Anyways. And then we got Gang War. Apparently this is a story going on. And I guess these are areas controlled by villains. So we got Madame Mesquite, Hobgoblin, Mr. Negative, Diamondback. Okay, cool. And then so we open up and Jackpot is fighting Electro. Ooh. You know, and Electro's definitely getting the upper hand, zapping her. Come on, you know, her powers seem kind of random. She needs it to activate for something. Randomizer powers seem weird to me, but like it could be fun. But yeah. But anyways, earlier that day we got Mary Jane and Paul, who's her partner. You know, they're. I assume they're talking to. Shall we discuss journal? I assume that, yeah, they're talking to a therapist after they lost their kids. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, and then they go out to drink. You know, they're just hanging out, and then all of a sudden, supervillain shit starts happening, and she's like, I got this. I will help out. She's gonna lead people to safety. And, you know, she's doing the hero thing. So good on her. And then she gets suited up as Jackpot. And he's kind of the man behind the desk. And she's going to help her out. She's flying through the city. And then we encounter Spider-Man doing the Spider-Man thing. She's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, MJ, thank God you're here to help. And then, yeah, this ball thing is like an armadillo man, which is insane. You know, and they're doing the fighting thing, and yeah, and it looks like she's able to do something weird that's able to capture it and like this black lacy stuff. Vine powers, apparently. Okay. Working with his webs. Okay. And then She-Hulk is there, and they got a fight going on there, and the three of them are able to freeze this big old dude that is fighting. And then they introduce She-Hulk, Jackpot, and then, you know, oh no, somebody attacks again, and then we got Electro. We're quickly getting caught up to the beginning of the book. So it's the three of them against Electro, and then Jackpot's going to engage with Electro, and she is quickly getting the upper hand on MJ. You know, they're going back and forth a bit. And MJ gets kind of walked out, and just she sneaks to an apartment for a breather. And then they talk a little bit. And then he's like, you know, I can get you some more power, but like we don't know how much longer we can do this for. And she's like, you know, we'll do this supercharged thing, and we will see what happens. So she's supercharged. She goes to fight Electro again. They get into the squabble again. Mary Jane's doing better. And then she's like, does this like tornado power. She's able to tangle up Electro in the tornado power and kind of get the upper hand on her. And then we got civilians that need help. So Mary Jane is off to help the civilians. But don't worry, she'd save the day. She's fixing the bridge. And then she meets up with She-Hulk and Spider-Man. And it's like, hey, we did it. We saved the day. Although, yeah, it seemed like they kind of disappeared when Electro popped up. But then, you know, Mary Jane's walking off. And she's like, okay, it's a good night. And then somebody else needs help. It's like, no! Oh, no! I was hoping to have a day off. And then that's it. Welcome to Jackpot. We are so excited to have this comic book out in the world. I assume most of you with us today are Amazing Spider-Man readers and alright Mary Jane fans, but just in case, I highly suggest you read, yeah, and it's going over some backstory, which is fine. And then apparently we got this gang war stuff, so apparently we're deep in the gang war here, because Jackpot number 1's way over here. So, this is disappointing. This is not great. I don't know why the chuds are criticizing it. Probably not for good reasons. I will say this book, for a number 1, it feels like it's throwing me straight into the story without much explanation at all. And I understand we're in the middle of this gang war thing, but it still is a number 1. I feel like we should get a good feeling for MJ and Jackpot, but it feels like it's relying on us to pretty much already be really familiar with those characters. And to be honest, I haven't read any Spider-Man book since One More Day at all. So like the new status quo for MJ, I do not know at all. So I'm getting thrown into this, and I feel like with a number 1, you should be safer to get thrown in and kind of be fine. But like this just feels like, no, we're just getting thrown in. Like this isn't. I'm going to give this book 3 stars. It is fine, but like again, like it's. I feel like we get a bit more of a sense of like MJ and Paul than we did of Miguel in the last Spider-Man issue we looked at, but the randomizer powers is something I'm not a huge fan of. It can work. I've seen situations where that works really well. This just feels like, whatever we need at whatever given time. Meh. Not great. Not an amazing book at all. Not terrible. Like I said, it's a 3-star book. It's fine, but it didn't thrill me at all.
You gotta move on, buddy.
Take 1 second. Let me just... Oh!
Hello?
Oh, wow.
I just wondered if we could have some more bread at table 12?
Yeah.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.